This Nothing phone is already running Android 17, even though Nothing hasn't released it yet. And the best part is, you can install it on almost any Android phone right now. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to install Android 17 on your phone, and also whether it's actually worth installing. But before that, let's quickly see what Android 17 looks like. To be honest, at first glance it doesn't look very different from Android 16. The overall UI is pretty much the same, and performance feels just as smooth as the stock ROM. Touch response is good, and I haven't noticed any major issues while using it. The biggest visual change is this new frosted glass blur effect. You can see it in folders, volume controls, quick settings, and a few other places throughout the system. Now you might be wondering about all those AI features Google showed during the Android 17 launch. Most of those features require powerful hardware and are expected to run locally on the device. So don't expect every Android 17 phone to get them, especially older devices. Other than that, Android 17 feels very familiar. So should you actually install it? If you like testing new Android versions before everyone else, then yes, it's pretty fun to play with. But if this is your primary phone and stability is more important than experimenting, then you're probably better off waiting for the official update. Anyway, let's install it. In this video, I'm using a Nothing phone, but I've also installed GSI on Motorola, Xiaomi, Samsung, and OnePlus devices before. The brand really doesn't matter. There are only two requirements. First, your bootloader must be unlocked. Without an unlocked bootloader, your phone won't allow you to boot a GSI. I already have bootloader unlocking guides for most major brands, so you can check those after this video if needed. The second requirement is Project Treble support. Almost every phone launched with Android 11 or newer supports it, but let's verify. Download the Treble Info app from the link in the description. Open the app and look for this message. Your device reports supporting Project Treble. If you see that, your phone is compatible. If not, then unfortunately this method won't work on your device. Once you've confirmed that your phone supports Project Treble, move to your PC and search for Android 17 GSI. Yes, we're using a GSI. If you don't know what that is, think of it as a universal version of Android. Instead of building a ROM for every individual phone, Google provides one system image that can boot on many different devices. And this is not some custom ROM made by a random developer. Google officially releases these GSs as part of the Android open source project. Download the GSI from Google's official website. You'll see two versions: Vanilla, which is pure Android without Google apps, and GMS, which includes Google Play services, Play Store, and everything most people need. Download whichever one you prefer. Ignore the builds listed below those because they're not meant for mobile devices. Next, download the USB drivers and platform tools. I'll leave direct links to everything in the description. I've already downloaded everything, so let's extract all the files. Once that's done, open the USB driver folder. Right-click the INF file and click Install. After that, open the Platform Tools folder. Click the address bar, type CMD, and press Enter. This will open Command Prompt directly inside the Platform Tools folder. Now let's prepare the phone. Go to Settings, About Phone, and find Build Number. Tap it multiple times until developer options are enabled. Then go back, open System, and scroll down to Developer Options. Inside Developer Options, enable USB debugging. Now connect your phone to the PC. Back on the PC, type ADB Devices. The first time you do this, your phone may ask for USB debugging permission. Allow it and run the command again. If you see your device serial number, everything is connected correctly. Now reboot into the bootloader using ADB Reboot Bootloader. Your device will enter fast boot mode. On some phones, normal fast boot mode doesn't allow writing to the system partition. So type fastboot reboot fastboot. This will boot your phone into FastbootD mode. Once you're in FastbootD mode, flash the GSI by typing fastboot flash system. Then drag and drop the system.img file into the terminal and press Enter. Now sometimes you'll get this error. Not enough space to resize partition. Don't worry, this is probably the most common GSI flashing error. Fastboot tries to resize the system partition automatically. If there isn't enough free space inside the super partition, the flashing process fails. For example, this GSI is around 3 GB in size, and my phone doesn't have enough free space for it, so we need to make some space. The easiest way is to delete a few logical partitions. And yes, this is safe. These partitions mostly contain manufacturer customizations and can be restored later by flashing your stock firmware. We'll start with Product. Delete Product, System EXT, and finally ODM. Make sure to delete both A and B partition as I am doing. In most cases, removing these partitions is enough. I've already deleted Product, System EXT, and ODM, so let's try flashing the GSI again. And as you can see, this time it's working. FastbootD is now writing Android 17 to the device. This process takes a few minutes, so I'll fast forward this part. Alright, the system image has finished flashing successfully, but don't reboot yet. First reboot back into fastboot mode. Type fastboot reboot bootloader, then erase user data, fastboot erase user data, and erase metadata, fastboot erase metadata. Finally, fastboot reboot. The first boot can take several minutes, so don't panic if it sits on the boot animation for a while. Once it finishes booting, go through the normal setup process. And there we go. Android 17 is now running successfully on this nothing phone. And if anything goes wrong during the process, don't panic. You can always return to your stock firmware by flashing the official ROM for your device. So that's Android 17 running on a nothing phone before the official update is even out. If you try this on your own device, let me know in the comments which phone you're using and whether it worked. If this video helped you out, give it a like and subscribe for more Android content. All download links are in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.